I love that Davinci Resolve gives you some built-in titles. It's a great thing when you have text like this that appears and it's a neon flicker effect. But if you notice something, there wasn't a lot of contrast between the text and the background. Now it's going to fade back in, but with a background. Welcome back to Create a Reality, my friend. I'm John, and today I'm going to teach you how to add a background by mucking about in Fusion with the built-in titles for Davinci Resolve. Now, I am on Davinci Resolve 20 Beta 1, so if you're watching this in the future and it's out there, great. If you're using 19, all of this works in Davinci Resolve 19 as well. So let's jump into Davinci Resolve and I'll show you what we're working with. Here I've got my timeline. I'm going to go into Effects. If you don't see it, there's Effects, Titles, and I'm going to search for Neon. So I found the Neon Flicker effect. There it is. Ta-da! And we're going to muck about in the multi-text because the multi-text has the same problem. Show you that one at the end. So here we are. We have our effect, and you can either click on this Fusion icon here or the one at the bottom, and it'll open it up right here. Pretty cool, right? There's our neon flicker effect, and it's got sample text. Well, first we have to double click on the group box, and you can go in and change all this stuff. Or we can go back to the edit page, and I can type in, this is our text, make it different, right? Change the font to impact. There we go. We're customizing it. Now, remember, everything that we set now will be a default when we save this to be reusable. Yes, I didn't mention earlier. We're going to make it reusable. If you've watched a number of my videos, you know I like to make things reusable. Save time in the future, right? Anyway, we're going to come down to color controls, and I'm going to select a blue that I like. That's a good one. And now when I'm back in the Fusion page, it's already set up, and I didn't have to change things. But the neon flicker gives us a bunch of stuff. Let's move our group box over a little bit. Yeah, we have a lot of things going on. What we need is a background. So what we're going to do is drag this box out rather, and we're going to drag in a background node right in here. And you can see that it's inside the group box because the group box was selected. And we're going to need a rectangle. So we'll drag a rectangle in and connect it to background. They're both in here, right? Great. Now we need to merge them in somewhere. So let's merge them in right at the start. And we can come in here. This is our text. So we'll move that over. So now we just need to drag the output from background 1 into the output of template, and it creates merge 1. Great. But now our background is in front of our text. So notice the green is up here and the yellow's there. With merge 1 selected, hold Control and press T, and it swaps those. Now green is template, and that's going to be our foreground. If you hover over there, the line there in the little triangle, foreground. Yellow will be background, same thing, hover and it works. So now we have it in the background, but it's the wrong shape. Well, that's okay. We're not going to worry about it too much. What we need to do is come up to Neon Flicker, select our box, and then right click and edit controls. And the first thing we're going to add is a background opacity. Press tab, background opacity. Great. Default is 0. Range is going to be 0 and 1. So our from and our to. And we'll give it a slider control. And the center can be 0.5. And we're going to click OK. And that put it in the user tab. That's cool. Then we're going to right click. And we're going to come over to edit controls again. And we need background width. And we can add a space back in there. And then number is good. Default 0.5. Range is from 0 to 1. Slider control. Center is 0.5. Click OK. Right click again. Edit controls. Background height. Hey, I put a space in there this time. Yay me. Default 0.5. And this allows for any kind of odd text, or if you want the background to be wider or around, just it lets you kind of customize it as needed. Our range again is going to be 0 to 1. Slider control is good. Click OK. And we need a last one. Edit controls, and this one's going to be different. This one's going to be background center. There it is. And this is going to be point. And our default is 0.5 and 0.5 for X and Y. And we're going to just click OK. And now in our user tab, we have opacity, width, and height. I don't know where center went, so I'll click Edit Controls. We can drop down here and we can find our background center, and it's under User. We need to give it Offset Control. Click OK. There it is. So now you know how to find a control that you've already created, edit it, and resave it. Yay. If you're learning anything, boop the like button. I try to put a few mistakes in each video, mistakes that we then fix, because you learn better that way. You don't learn just the perfect step-by-step. You learn everything. You know, you can fix any mistakes that you come across as you go along. So now here we have everything. We need to tie it into things. So with our rectangle 1 selected, what we need to do is our center, we're going to right click and say expression. And we're just going to replace this with background center.x, and we'll replace the second one with background center.y and press enter. Width, we can right click, expression, and that's going to be background width. Height, right click, expression, select our text, background height. Now if we want a corner radius, we can go back to neon flicker, right click, edit controls, background corner. It's going to be a number. We can go from 0 to 1. We'll default at 0, tab around to enter our values, give it a slider control, click OK, voila. Now we can select rectangle 1, right click on corner radius, expression, tab, background corner. Notice everything's staying white. We have no errors. That's good. But maybe we want to feather this now. So again, we'll go back to neon flicker 1, right click, edit controls, and we'll do background soft edge. And there it is. It's a number, defaults to 0, range 0 to 1, and slider control. It added it right there. So now we'll select rectangle 1 again, and we can come up to soft edge, right click, expression, and background soft edge. There we go. So now we can select background 1, and we have our alpha. And you notice that's our opacity. So we're going to right click, expression, you guessed it, background opacity. Now, when I come back to neon flicker 1, it's all blanked out, right? So we can bring the opacity up to like 0.25 or so. Background width, background height, corner radius, gives it corners, soft edge. And here's a neat trick. We just picked kind of a random spot to insert our background effect. We can move that in the node tree to get a different effect. Watch this. So if I hold shift and click on merge, it disconnects it. We can click on the second half of the yellow line to disconnect that, reconnect our template, move film grain over, move soft glow over, move the color corrector over, grab our merge one, hold down shift, and drop it online and connect our merge to it. Now it looks a little different. Again, Control T, our text got bright, but if I go to Neon Flicker and we're in our user tab again, we can change our opacity. That's more like it, right? We're at 0.5, width is good, soft edge. We can get rid of the soft edge. You can see it's nice and sharp now. So node placement is critical. I think I mentioned that in this video, but we can move things around to get a different effect. How neat is that, right? Pretty cool. Let's save this and make it reusable now. So we're going to right click on Neon Flicker 1, Settings, Save As, and we're going to go up a folder, come down to Templates, Edit. My dogs are barking. We can click on Titles because that's where we're going to put it, and I already have a Neon Flicker, but we're going to call it Neon Flicker Demo. There it is. Click Save. And then when we come back to Edit, we should be able to go to a blank spot in our timeline, come into Effects, and then Titles, and type in Neon, and we have Neon Flicker Demo. There it is. How cool is that, right? Now, if you want to get extra fancy, we can do something else with this one. We can click on our demo, click on the Fusion tab, So back in Fusion, we can select background 1, we can select background opacity in our alpha backspace, and now's where a formula comes in handy that you will find in the video description below that I built using some of the things from this video where the expression knows the start and end, so it takes the first 15 frames and the last 15 frames to fade in to the selected opacity. So that way it doesn't just pop on screen, but it fades in gently, which I think is a pretty cool trick and something extra to add. Kind of adds a little bit of spice to it, a little bit of finishing sauce, whatever term you want to use. But now that we're going to paste that in there, check this out. So now I've pasted in our effect, and you can see that at the beginning it fades in, and then at the end it's going to fade out. And it takes 15 frames to do it. How cool is that? Isn't that slick? So now I can save over the old effect that I had, and I can drag in the new one. So I can get rid of that one under titles. There it is. And voila. So now it fades in. See that? And then at the end, it's going to fade out. And if you want to get fancy, you can try to fade out the text as well. I just grab the handle over and move it. Isn't that slick? So you'll find that formula down below. Let's real quick go and add this to the multi-text effect or title in Davinci Resolve 20. So I've already got it built out here. We're going to click on it and click Fusion. And you'll see here that I have added a rectangle to the template. You'll have to change a few things. But our rectangle 1, and this one doesn't fade in because I didn't add that in yet, but we have our point and everything. Now it says template over here instead of the group box name or just being a control, right? Well, if you click on something, template, and background center, you'll see in the lower left-hand corner it says template.bgcenter. So that's what I used here is template.bgcenter.x. Same thing here. So you can reference different aspects of other nodes or different properties of other nodes by grabbing that text from the corner and trying it out and using it. You can build on it, right? So if you're using Davinci Resolve 20 and the multi-text doesn't have the background that you want, boom, we can add it. Usually when I'm using multi-text, I'm going to fade things in or do a write on, so I don't necessarily need a fade in of the background. I can just sort of do the write on and set keyframes for that, but that's information for a whole other video. And that's all I got for you. We made this. We made the neon flicker effect with a background. How cool is that? The power of Fusion compels you. No, the power of Fusion is really astounding. I am constantly amazed by all the crazy things you can do in Fusion, and we're just scratching the surface. So I thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, boop the like button, maybe consider subscribing as I slowly move off frame a little bit so you can click on this video here and watch it next. And there's a dog. Oh wait, I own dogs. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.